Louisiana beer reviews. Here we are at 7:20 a.m. with Prairie Artisan Ales Standard. Now, Standard is a hoppy farmhouse ale, and there's like a little cartoon, a comic strip called How to Noodle. You can see I have to cut the grass later. I have to let the dew dry off of it. It's going to be mostly cloudy, looks like, although no rain. Prairie ales. All right. Something about a catfish. Don't care. This is from Oklahoma. 5.6% alcohol. The international bitterness units, they say on their website, is 25. So, moderately high alcohol. They use New Zealand Motueka hops. Gets a 90 on Beer Advocate, which would be outstanding. 90 out of 100. Bros haven't looked at it. A 96 out of 100 on Rapier, 95 out of 100 for the style. So extremely high ratings. I was looking at some video reviews, not all of them yet, but some. Greg's beer reviews. He really liked it, but he was outdone by the lack of a bottle date. He was just, there's a catfish. He was pretty irritated about it. I do see something here, and I was watching Real Ale Guy, but I didn't finish looking at that one. There is a code 3. It's not too discernible. I bought this at Aquista Paces. They're notorious, like a lot of stores, like almost, well, every store in Louisiana, for not checking dates. Their attitude is, look, we got a lot of beers on the shelf. If you're worried about the date, you look. And that's a bad thing, but it can sometimes be a good thing with beers like Fuller's Vintage Ale, which you could find old vintages of that sometimes at stores. But for something like this, Hoppy, put a clear date, guys. It looks like it says 3/10/15 or something. Maybe it's 16. I don't know. Maybe it's old. Maybe it's not old. Well, I could go on for 15 minutes about that, but I don't want to make the video too long, and you might get irritated by that. I'll put it in this Pabst chalice or schooner. It is very bubbly. It is, well, the light, as you can see, the lighting is not so good. It is like golden, yellow, golden thing. Lots of tight, fierce, champagne-like bubble streams. No sediment there. Yeah, it smells funky like the farmhouse ales. Oh yeah, there was sediment. It came loose, and okay, all right. There's a code at the bottom too, like I can see it through the glass. It's backwards. 16 090. I don't know. It doesn't make any sense. Let's see. Makes no sense, guys. Oh yeah, there is sediment down there. You little snickerdoodle. Okay. I have to retract my earlier statement. I'm going to swish and pour in a little bit. It's just going to give it a more yeasty aroma usually. Okay. Those blackbirds are waiting for me to start. Smells yeasty, farmhousey, you know, the Brettanomyces type maybe horse blanket, but not a sweaty horse blanket. Maybe one that's dried out, but wasn't washed. Now, some people say, I don't know if I want to smell that. Okay, it's not really that, but that's what people equate it to, okay? Kind of like a barn that I was in Lacombe, Louisiana, in St. Tammany Parish in 1979, maybe 78. Okay, well, whatever. Some breadiness, some yeastiness, some unusualness. It's the first Prairie artisan beer I've had because all the rest was so expensive. I think this was $2.99 or $2.69 for the bottle. I've seen others, it's like outlandish prices for a 12-ounce bottle and for a 16-ounce bottle, or what is a 16.9 ounce. I'm like, no, I'll just imagine how good it is. Sweet, not too sweet. Citrusy, tart, coriander, grain husk, grain, maybe corn. I don't think they use corn. That's from the maltiness. They might use corn. I don't think so. They don't talk about it on the website. The mouth feels medium, high medium, almost into heavy, but not heavy. The finish is going towards dry, not dry, going towards dry. So you see, everything is like an approximation with this beer. It's all something, but not quite something. It's pretty smooth and easy going. Is it like something I've never experienced? No. I've had many of these farmhouse beers. Some straight in from Belgium. I've had the ones from. Okay, let's try this one more time. Nah, there's no kind of sensibility with that date. Yeah, it's like a citrus. I want to say the pith from a lemon, but not from lemons. Not. Well, I don't know. It's different. It's hard to describe. But honestly, there's nothing about this that's Super Bowl like, oh, it's so aromatic. No, it isn't really. Oh, it's so flavorful. It isn't really that flavorful. It's not too heavy bodied. The finish isn't too dry. It's sort of champagne-like. It's sort of like a mimosa. How could they? They're saying a 90 on Beer Advocate. A 96, 95. Outstanding, world class. This whole style is not too exciting. It's a little odd, but I never do think, oh boy, I have to go get this. I have to get this saison farmhouse ale type thing. I just don't. Me, okay. So you're saying, oh, you. There are some people that adore it. They love it, like sour beers. They love sour beers. I do not. Okay, so what's the problem there? Well, I could start letting personal preference seep into the review and say, no, that would be bad. The whole purpose is it a quality beer or is it not a quality beer? Does this guy in Louisiana like or dislike the beer? That's irrelevant. Okay, is this a quality beer? Certainly is. Is it better than that one from again, can't remember the name of their, I don't want to say the wrong word. You can look on their website. They have an enormous array. No, I wouldn't say that, and I don't even think it's good, really. That got me in trouble. Is it worth $2.99? I don't know. I mean, it's your money. You want to pay $2.99 for this? Go ahead. I wouldn't do it again. You can see how it kind of got more juice looking, like pineapple juice, but doesn't taste anything like it. I'm gonna say it's an A. It's an A minus. It's kind of at the lower end of excellent. I feel a lot of times I would be intimidated to give a score like that because everybody else is saying it's like super deluxe, extravaganza, exploding plastic, inevitable. But I don't think it's exploding plastic, inevitable, or the plastic fantastic lover. I think it's nice, and it's one, it's one to try, and it's not wonderful. It's I'm gonna say A minus. It's like, okay, but I mean, look at me. I think A Night to Remember is way better than Titanic. All right, A Night to Remember from 1958 is way better than Titanic from 1997. Like, it's not even in the same ballpark. It's like a serious film as opposed to a soft porn soap opera movie for women that's under guise of a film about a shipwreck. I mean, it is a joke, pathetic, horrible, terrible, horrible. And this beer is an A minus. And Laissez les bon temps rouler. Kind of disappointed, but that's the way it goes. Moving west. And I'm going to end this review by saying, actually, moving west to Oklahoma will be west of us, and that is the old Indian Territory. And y'all come on down to Baton Rouge and go see a Southern University baseball game. Whoa. Try this again. Game.